Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andy, the Painting Fireman. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thanks for all the likes and subscribes. I really do appreciate it. I know I've been a little absent from Facebook, but you know, life kind of gets in the way. So trying to be back a little more frequent with everybody. Today we're going to just do a small little painting. It's not very big. It's perfect for a beginner. It's going to be a Northern Lights painting with you know, with some hills in the back, no mountains or anything like that, and maybe some trees on the side. So before we get started, I'll just show you what I've done. I put, it's a smaller canvas that I covered in black gesso, and you let that completely dry. Once the black gesso is dry, I put on a thin coat of liquid clear. And then what you want to do is you want to wipe off, just with a paper towel, just the excess liquid clear. You don't need a lot of it. A little can or a little tub of this stuff will last you quite a long time, so you don't need a lot of it. And I thought I'd show you pretty much how I start a Northern Lights painting. Just keep my brush here. All right, so we're going to start off. We don't have many colors here. We got black, phthalo green, phthalo blue, crimson, and white. Not too many colors, so come up on the canvas. Let's get going here. So the first color we're going to choose here is that phthalo green. I just like phthalo green. It really looks really good with Northern Lights. And just in the middle here, we're just going to add some of that phthalo green, just here and there. And today's Northern Lights are going to be just a slight bit different than I usually do them. We're going to bring some down into the water. So probably right around here is going to be our horizon line, and then we're going to bring some down into the water. So just make sure you cover your brush enough here, and maybe a little higher. And the rest is going to be purple. I thought I'd switch it up a little bit, have a little purple Northern Lights. Something a little bit different today. A little hair there, no problem. And just blend it in. You can add a little bit more if you want. And it doesn't have to be exact. So that's our green for the Northern Lights. And we're going to mix up some purple. So we're going to take some blue and crimson, mix that up. Maybe a little more crimson than blue. About equal parts, maybe just a hair more crimson than blue. Just mix it up on your palette. There we go. And without even cleaning our brush, we can go right into that crimson, or that purple that we made. And we're going to put the rest of it up here. So just fill in the blanks. Maybe, yeah, we'll put it all in. Why not? I was going to put a little bit up in that corner, some green, but too late. I have to clean my brush and all that kind of stuff, and that's too much work. So we're trying to make this one as easy as we can make it. And all I'm doing is covering the canvas with paint. That's all I'm doing right now. Just covering the canvas with this purple color. Now we got green on the canvas already. You might be able to see a little bit of it, but probably not very much. But the magic will happen when we put our white in here. But just make sure everything's all covered up. Remember, right across here there's going to be water. And if you go over top of that green, that's okay. No problem. No big deal. All right. Let's get our fan brush. We're just going to dip our fan brush in plain old titanium white. Plain old titanium white. Now we really got to figure out where our Northern Lights are. But today I thought, you know, I watched a lot of Bob Ross videos and lots of other people's videos. And they all had Northern Lights that kind of streamed in a semicircle and joined up in the middle. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start right up top, and we're just going to tap, and then we're going to take our turn and go right down here. Add some more paint, maybe here, a little wider this time, but we want to join them up. Want to join them up right at that meeting place right there. And maybe one more. Go across. And we'll join them up right there. All right. Now, what you can do also is put a little more paint in certain spots. Load up that paint just in certain spots. You can make them wider. Maybe here a little bit. They have little kind of things that fan out. Fans out here. Maybe a little more here. And all it is white paint. That's all I'm just tapping on white paint. All right. We can go back after if we need to. And we'll put a little more here. Maybe kind of nice shadow in the back there. And let's take our 2-inch brush. And you're going to want a piece of paper towel for this because every once in a while we're going to have to wipe off our brush instead of cleaning it. And let's start right up here. So we got to decide which direction our northern lights are going. So we can either go this way or we can go this way. I think we're going to go up this way. So just take your brush, wipe it off. And you can turn your brush. Well, it kind of went crazy a little bit, but that's okay. And just pull all of that cool light this way. Wipe it off. And you can see it's different colors, different streaks in the sky. And you can go all the way across, but just make sure that you wipe this off every time you go, or you think you have a little bit too much paint on there. Isn't that cool? Just like that, you got really neat looking northern lights. I think we can add a little bit more color right around here. So just tap some in, wipe off your brush, and pull upwards. There we go. Wow. All the way across. That looks fantastic already. Just that easy. See a little hair there? Take that out. And if you want, you can just blend a little bit out here. There we go. Nice and easy. Just like that. I think too, what we're going to do is we'll throw in some stars and show you how to do some stars. So for your stars, you're going to want liquid white. Clean off that brush a little bit. All right, just a little bit of liquid white. So you want to tap that liquid white right into the bottom of your brush. Don't want a lot, you don't need a lot. And we're going to take our knife and we're just going to flick some stars on there. I just want a few here and there. Maybe a little bit up in this corner, down the horizon. And just gently, very, very gently. I'm going to try and avoid the middle part. I don't really want very many there. There we go. Beautiful. Just that easy to make stars. So all I did was, I can't, it's hard to show you. Let's see this way. So all I did was flick across my knife, and that just gave enough little droplets of paint to make that, to make those stars. All right, let me show you what I just did. Just down at the bottom, I thought it needed just to be a little bit brighter because we're going to put some land here. So I kind of just took a little bit of white, swirled it around, and just kind of fanned it out. Most of that's going to be covered anyways, but really, you know, I just thought it needed to be just a little bit brighter in the sky. All right, let's go into that purple color, and I decided to put a little bit of that mountain mix color there too. Not quite black, it's like a dark purple and blue. It's got a bit of a purpley tinge, and we're just tapping into it. And let's put the indication of some land here. And all I'm doing is tapping that, and you can even make it look like there's trees in the back or something. Just tapping. Put some more on. And maybe this one a little lower than that other side. But maybe he comes in front here. And all I'm doing is tapping. And kind of looks like there's a bunch of little trees or something in the back. All right, let's clean off our brush. And let's go into our smaller brush. It's got a little bit of that green on there and white. Green and white, just a little bit of that white. And we're just gonna push that in there. Just push that color in, maybe a little more green. And let's create some land in the front here. A little more white. And this side here, just tapping. Maybe a little bit more green on that. Just a bit more green. There we go. Maybe this guy goes in front there. Just took a little bit more green on here. Just to change that flavor up just a little bit. There we go. All right, let's take our big brush. Clean her off there. Again, grab some white. So we're using a very limited palette. Very limited palette. Tap that in there. And we're gonna start our water. Go straight down with that. And that'll pick up all the colors. All the colors that are in the sky will reflect into the water. All we're doing is pulling straight down. And you can put some brighter spots if you want, right? Just here and there you can put little shimmers of, maybe it's reflecting that up this way. Just tap it in there. But most of all, make sure you're pointing or you're dragging it straight down. Straight down. And then what we can do is go across. Very gently. Go across your painting all the way to the bottom. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Let's put in a happy little water line. So we're going to take our green and just a little bit of our liquid white. Green and liquid white. We don't want it pure white. And let's find where our water line is. Straight across. Maybe this one goes a little bit in front. can put some water lines in here. Just making that indication that it's water. Just scrub a little here and there. Don't overdo it though. Do not want to overdo this. But most of all, make sure those lines are nice and straight across. Nice and straight across. All right. Let's put some more land in there on the bottom side. Just tap that in there. And maybe this bottom here, have some land. And same with this side here. Maybe it goes down. And just fill that in. Grab some of your white again. That phthalo green. White phthalo green. And let's highlight this land here. It's dark, a little bit darker. All I'm doing is tapping. Just tapping. Just creating just a little bit of land. He goes right in front of this guy here. There we go. Alrighty. Let's take our fan brush, clean that off. Big decision time. We're going to take some of this black, mix it in with that blue, purple mountain mix. Black, blue, purple mountain mix. All right, big decision time. This is the part that scares me the most. We're going to put a big old tree right there and just pull down. Maybe he ends right there. This side we'll put a smaller one, pulling straight down. I always hold my breath when I do these. I don't know why. It's just kind of scary. You're basically covering your entire painting. Big old tree. So we'll thicken this guy up at the bottom. And maybe one little bigger one here. All I'm doing is using the fan brush. Right there. All right. Let's stick at the bottom. And we can highlight some of this stuff. Maybe we'll put a few bushes or something like that around there. Let's grab our liner brush. Just that black and purple. I thinned it down a little bit, and let's put in some crazy looking branches here maybe. Just here and there. Kind of grow in all different ways. And let's do this side. You gotta highlight that tree, I kind of forgot, but that's okay. We'll do it right away. All right, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's highlight that side of the tree. We're going to take some of that white and green color that we kind of made up. We're just going to go, so kind of the lights are shining on this side of the tree and that side of the tree. So we can just touch Just touch that one side. Sorry if my hand's kind of in the way. Just trying to figure out how to do it without getting my hand in the way there. And just tapping with this knife. Just tapping with the knife all the way to the top. Just tapping. Trying to make it look like bark, really. And opposite on this side. There we go. And what we can also do is we can take some of that purpley color, make a light purple, and we can put it on the shadow side. Just tap that in there. Just taking that purple color and putting it on the opposite side of where that light is. It's kind of our shadow color. Now let's go back to our fan brush. And this time, instead of these trees having like the downward boughs, we're going to put upward boughs. So when we press up, we're going to press upwards with our brush. So just press up and up this way. Now we don't want to ruin all of our northern lights here. So we're just pressing upwards with these, leaving those branches so you can kind of see some of them. Flip that over. All the way to the top. Smaller as you go up, a little bit bigger and fatter as it goes to the bottom. Let's reload. We'll go on this side here and just pressing upwards with this fan brush. Reload again, just black and that purple. Nothing too fancy about it. Maybe this one goes right in front of that tree. And our last little tree here. Let's take some of our liquid white and we're going to go phthalo green with it. Just making a kind of green color, and I don't want a lot. So just very little bit on the brush. And we're just going to highlight a few of these branches here, just with our phthalo green. Maybe the northern lights just kind of shine just a little bit on these. There we go. Here. Some here, just very subtle. Nothing, it's a dark kind of nighttime painting. So we don't want a ton of light happening. Just in certain places here, highlighting those branches. And what we can do, just on the bottom, take some of that black. Maybe there's some bushes or something here. Just at the bottom here of our, just to hide that bottom of that tree. That's really all I'm doing. Some grassy things maybe growing down here. And all I'm doing is using that fan brush. And we can give them just a little bit of a highlight. Maybe a little bit of those northern lights are kind of beaming off there. And we can go back. And we can add a few more. A few more little lines here and there. All right. Well, I think we're just about done. Give it some grass that grows up this way. Take some of that highlight color. Maybe a little more on this guy here. Last thing we need to do is sign our name. So you can take your liner brush. I'm going to go into that teal color that we made. And right in the bottom. You can sign our name. You can sign your name whichever way you want it. Really doesn't matter. There we go. That's a finished painting. Well, thank you very much for watching. My name's Andy the Painting Fireman. If you like this video, you can share, like, subscribe, give it a try yourself. This is a really easy beginner painting for everyone. And yeah, go ahead and try it. It's a lot of fun to do and it doesn't take a lot of time. So thank you very much for watching. My name's Andy the Painting Fireman. Keep your shiny side up, friends. Stay safe.